Hello everyone, and welcome to my new twin flame question and answer session. I'm going to be answering a few more of the questions that people have been asking me most often, and I'm going to jump straight into it with the first one. Okay, so the first question is, how do you really know if someone's your twin flame or just a strong soulmate connection? And I mentioned this in the last Q&A. You basically take the journey and choose for the truth to be revealed to you. So what happens when you do this and you keep choosing your true twin flame is that as you progress, your true twin flame will move closer to you. As you heal the blocks, allow love to flow in, allow your union to flow in to you. If they're not your true twin flame, they'll move further away as you do your healing work. It might not be apparent for quite a while at first whether your twin flame person is choosing the same as you. Your true twin flame always will be, but it might not look like that on the outside for a while until that particular channel has been cleared. But there comes a point where you do know beyond the shadow of a doubt whether your person is choosing with you or not. And if they're not, people who've come to this point tend to be able to release their person pretty easily. And as soon as they've done that, they find the true twin flame is round the corner. So either way, it's worth continuing. It's worth taking the journey, because you will, one way or another, have the love that you're desiring. Next question. Why does the twin flame journey feel so intense, like the highest highs and the lowest lows? Yeah, well, you don't want to be manic on your journey. Maybe that's the kind of love that you've experienced so far. But the purpose of the twin flame union is not to make you high. If you get really, really high on these massively amplified energies, then you're setting yourself up to go really, really low as well. You're setting yourself up for a crash. You don't want the manic high, because it's a very insecure high. It's about relearning what real love is. Real love is gentle and peaceful. It doesn't bash you about. You'll be having the wildly in love feeling, but it's sustainable. It's going to become manageable. It's going to become constant, like a steady stream of ever increasing love. So you don't need the peaks and the troughs anymore. Is it true that twin flames can feel each other's emotions even when they're apart? Well, they're one with you. You share one consciousness. So everything that's passing through their consciousness is going to be passing through yours as well. You might be focused on a slightly different area to the bit that they're focused on, but you are going to pick up on each other's energy all the time. And if you're feeling an emotion, if it's not a good emotion, even if it feels like they're coming from them, if you're feeling it, it's yours to work through. And the energy you put out affects them as well. It's your energy that you're putting out that's either going to push your person away or attract them to you. So refine that, clean that up. You want to get into an attractive energy, so you don't have to go after what you're desiring, because it will just naturally come to you. What's the biggest mistake people make that keeps them stuck in separation? Well, probably attachment, being attached to the old ways of being attached to the old paradigm, old emotions. Even if they're not pleasant emotions, you can still get attached to them. Being over fixated on one person, on the person that you perceive to be your twin flame, and whether it is your true twin flame or not, you have to be more open-minded about that. You have to surrender your person to the divine. If you're holding on to them too tightly, you won't actually allow them to come in for you. Just know that you will receive what's going to make you happiest. Don't have expectations or preconceptions about what that might look like. Just know that if you choose the divine's way, that's always going to be the best way. If twin flames are meant to be together, why do so many struggle to reunite? Because there's blocks there, there's blocks to love there, limiting beliefs there. These are what have to be cleared during the journey. You might have limiting beliefs about love being difficult or painful, or that maybe love is unattainable or out of reach, or a belief in not being able to have love. All that's got to be realigned, and it can take a while. You might have to go really, really deep with this one. These beliefs might be the culmination of every negative experience you've had about love that maybe you've been experiencing for lifetimes. There might be trauma there, there might be unhealthy patterns there. Your twin flame's going to bring all of those to the surface so that they can be cleared for you. Does everyone have a twin flame, or is the connection only for certain people? If you have the desire in your heart, then you have a twin flame. A lot of people still say that it's a very rare thing, it's only for the chosen ones, but that's old information. I used to subscribe to that belief myself. So it's not something that makes you special or different or anything. It's just your divine birthright. I get into arguments with people that think it's only for a select few. But the truth is, the way I got out of that belief system was just by reflecting. So I don't actually give a stuff whether everybody else has a twin flame or nobody else has a twin flame. As long as everybody's with the right person for them and everybody's happy, what does it matter? But the desire in your heart tells you if you have a one true love, and that's it. Why does meeting your twin flame trigger deep fears and wounds instead of just feeling perfect? Well, it is supposed to feel perfect, but it's going to trigger the fears and wounds because it's bringing your attention to where the blocks are, the blocks to love, so that you can acknowledge them, go into them, clear them, heal them, release them. So you can have your perfect union, the way God intended for you both. Can you mess up your twin flame journey, or is union guaranteed no matter what? You can't mess it up. You can bugger it up royally. You can make things look horrendous on the outside, but you still can't mess it up. There's nothing that you can choose or say or do that can mess it up for you. You can always have your union, and it is inevitable. Even in this life, it can be inevitable if you choose it and take the divinely guided action steps that you're shown as a result of your choice. What happens when you surrender control instead of trying to control the journey? Well, then God can do God's job. You don't get to control the journey. It's not your job to control the journey. Your twin flame is yours, but who gives your twin flame to you? Do you give them to you? No, you don't. The divine gives them to you. So by surrendering to the divine plan, which is always the best way, you're allowing the divine to bring you what's yours instead of resisting. Because we have no control anyway. We can have the illusion of being in control, but it's just that. It's just an illusion. It doesn't actually bring any real comfort, and it comes from a place of fear and anxiety. So if you're having feelings about fear and anxiety that are causing you to try and control the outcome, so work through those fears and anxieties, bring peace there, bring love there. How can you speed up the process of reunion without forcing it? Well, everybody's got their own pace. It depends what the blocks are, how long it takes to heal the blocks, how much willingness is there to heal the blocks. You can choose to go a little bit faster, but more stuff is going to come up. It's going to get more intense. You can choose to slow it down a little bit as well. But you don't have all that much control over how fast your journey goes. So it's best just to choose the kindest, most compassionate route. The divine plan, once again, is always going to be the best way, and the time is going to pass anyway. Know that you're having your union. God's driving the bus to your union. You're sitting on the bus. You can't really shout at the bus driver to go faster, to break the speed limit. Just know that your union is in divine hands, and all your good is already yours. And if you'd like some help navigating your union, book a session with me. The link's in the description box below. See you in the next video.